Well, we got a brand new order type for you, a DoorDash Dasher. The question is, what do I have to do? What is the effort involved? I might not even have to, I'm trying not to give too much away. I might not even have to make a delivery. Seems pretty easy, but is this something that you're actually going to want to do? And this is something that was just noticed in the last couple of weeks. This is brand new. I have not seen this in my marketplace here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. By the way, if you and I are meeting for the first time, my name's Mike. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. I have not even seen this yet in my market. So let me know if you have this. So today we're talking about this new, possibly high paying offer type for you as a DoorDash Dasher. And I say that because the Dashers that have gotten this, I mean, I'm going to show you some examples here. The pay has been pretty good. But first, this category right here, DoorDash Dasher tasks. This is what we're going to hinge on today. Do you even know? I mean, let me ask you, do you even know what DoorDash Dasher tasks are? So these emails went around to Dashers early 2024. It really launched first late 2023, but basically that was in a completely brand new beta test, tiny little market. So more marketplaces got this in 2024, and it says, congrats, you're eligible for this new earnings opportunity. And they basically told you, hey, we have this new thing called DoorDash Dasher tasks. And what tasks are is an assignment where you don't even have to make a delivery and you get paid. It actually sounds pretty decent, but what do I have to do? And what pay is involved here? So at the time, they said, okay, for the weeks leading up to July 4th, this is the example right here, 2024, they said most of these tasks will release on that week, couple of days here prior, and then how do I complete and accept tasks? It said, hey, it should only take a few minutes, right? Why am I doing these tasks, etc.? And the first thing that they were sending out, again, around July 4th, 2024, is this. This is number one, but hang with me because there's something that's even newer than this. So hang with me here. But I want you to know because not a lot of marketplaces even have this. Holiday store hours. So all you have to do, you get an order request like this. $7.09 guaranteed. Okay, looks pretty similar to what we've seen here. 2.5 miles, but then it says verify store hours. No pickup or delivery required. All you had to do was go into the store and take a picture of the store hours. And it said declining will not affect your acceptance rate. So if you didn't even want to do this, you could just decline it and it didn't even affect your AR. I know a lot of us may not even care about your AR, but you do if you're going for Dasher rewards, right? Let's continue. So verifying store holiday hours seemed easy enough, right? And then I feel like more Dashers got this. This was the next, what are we talking about today? Dasher task, a non-delivery assignment called menu photos. Now here, DoorDash said, okay, well, when customers get inconsistent or inaccurate menus, it can be a poor experience and can lead to fewer orders. I mean, I get it. It's kind of like, well, if the customer has a bad experience, we're never going to use DoorDash again. You're like, well, okay, I get it. But DoorDash says, to make it easier for busy merchants who are running their daily operations, we're piloting a new optional way for Dashers to take restaurant menu photos at select restaurants while they're waiting. So you'd have an assignment and the Dasher app will tell you, okay, just take a picture of the menu and you'll get extra pay. You will only need to submit one photo of the menu. If the menu is longer than that, you can take, the first 2 pages only. Don't worry about it. And it looks something like this. So you're doing a pickup, and I've actually received this in Pittsburgh. Now, I want to answer your questions after this. I want to get you the info first. So think of questions you have with any of these that we're talking about today. And remember, at the end here shortly, I'm going to show you what's breaking here and brand new. I got this. You earn an extra $1. You take a picture of the menu, and it's pretty simple. And that's a DoorDash Dasher task. Take a look here. So here's an order request. Now, DoorDash actually provided an animated walkthrough. Right now, it's not playing on the system that I'm using here, but this is an actual video walkthrough if you want to see it on their support page. So I just detailed for you 2 different, pretty new in the last year, Dasher tasks. This is a brand new niche of assignment that DoorDash is doing, holiday store hours. And then I had the menu photos. Now, what is new for 2025? Another Dasher task. And I was thinking, comment down below or comment in the live chat if you're watching live. I would appreciate if you drop a like for this video. Again, all I do is help you make money in different side hustles here. I was thinking, what other tasks could they add? Think about it. I'm making money and I don't even have to deliver anything. Like, it sounds pretty decent. If the pay is good, it sounds pretty decent. So here's what's new that's breaking in just the last couple of weeks. It is called shelf photos. You can probably guess what this is about. Let me detail the very limited info. So if you have info, feel free to send it to our info line at info@yourdrivermike.com if you have more screenshots and examples of these. Shelf photos. Do you have this? Let me know right now in the live chat or the comment section. And if you do or don't, let me know in Marketplace. We can kind of see who has this. I don't have it here in Pittsburgh. Shelf photos. Okay. Here is the order request. Here's what we know. We have very limited information on this. So your order request is going to look pretty simple. Okay. Starting and ending destination. I see, the pay. I see a few things here. And if you have done offers, let us know. I see your comments here and I want to answer your questions after this. I want to make sure everyone gets the info first. So let's take a deeper look here. Top down. Okay, $17.69. Like, this isn't just me making this up here. The limited, I'll say, albeit limited anecdotes from Dashers say that this can be pretty high paying, but this is one example of an offer that I saw. $17.69 for 1.6 miles. I teach you the dollars to mile ratio. How much am I getting paid per mile driven? That's crazy. $17.69, 1.6 miles. And then you look at the time, you're like, all right, Mike, well, it's going to take 48 minutes. Fair, right? Fair. But if you can take one more decent offer, that is what? $8, $7 maybe dollars. Anything higher than $7, you're doing good. You're doing like $23, $4 an hour. If you take just one other request after this, but let's continue. In this example, it says Walgreens. Take photos of shelves. It's called shelf photos. What did you think here? But then it says 50 plus photos. And I feel like I have a unique experience with this because I'm going to tie this in to another side hustle niche that you might be thinking of here. What does this sound like? Taking pictures of shelves. What does that sound like to you? 50 plus photos. Well, it does say, yes, no pickup or delivery required. So I'm driving to a Walgreens. It is gotta be from where I'm at to the Walgreens, 1.6 miles, $17.69. If you want assignments that are not going to wear down your vehicle, look at some tasks, right? Look for tasks like this. But let's continue because obviously there's more and there's some considerations before you just jump in and do one of these. So here's another screenshot that we got. It's going to say, take photos of shelves in store. This one estimated for 42 minutes. 0.56 miles. No, I don't know if this is in transit mileage or, if this is the full mileage. And then it says CVS. Take photos of aisles. There we go. Let me show you the clearer version for you, right? CVS. Okay, great. I got the address here. And then beneath that, take photos of aisles. Please ensure all aisles are covered. So here's the tie-in that I just mentioned. What does this sound like to you? Going into a store, taking pictures of shelves. What does this sound like to you? This sounds like a secret shopper kind of thing. I did one secret, I think it was just one secret shopper assignment on the Field Agent app. So, gig app, another one of these gig apps. That's all I cover here. Field Agent. And it was only for $5, but it only takes minutes. I had to take a picture of the entire cheese section at our Giant Eagle grocery store here in Pittsburgh. So let me tie this in, because again, I feel like I have unique experience doing literally shelf photos as a secret shopper app on Field Agent. So others are saying things like this. Dashers on Reddit here said, this was the Dasher that posted this screenshot. This is a first for me, getting paid $35 to take pictures of shelves at CVS for DoorDash. $35. This is their screenshot for 42 minutes. You just made $35 in under an hour for next to no driving. You're just crushing it for that hour. That's a free hour, free high paying hour. But let me go back to my example here. So pros and cons of should you consider, because I would imagine you might have to opt into this, but even not, should you do this if you get one of these? Number one, this said, take 50 pictures, okay? Take 50, that's a ton of pictures. That's why it says it's going to take estimate of 42 minutes. So number two, do you value being discreet? Because when I did Field Agent, and I was in that Giant Eagle, people are shopping, and the app doesn't want you to have pictures of of people blocking the shelves because it's like a shelf audit, basically. So they want to see the items, not customers. So what are you going to do? Are you going to say excuse me, can you just step aside? I just need to take a shelf picture for DoorDash, right? Or you can be more passive, kind of like I did. I was just sitting back waiting, and then people finally left and I take a picture. It's up to you, because if you're a little more assertive, then you can get through this a little bit faster possibly. My concern here on the con side is the volume of pictures, 50 pictures. I took 4 pictures of that cheese section at Giant Eagle and Field Agent, 3 or 4. And that's navigating, customers and whatnot. If they want you to take pictures of every, there's little sections down each aisle, right? Sections. They say, okay, take pictures of every section in aisles 11 through 15. That's probably what this is going to say. Take a picture of every section in aisle 11 and 12. Or whatever it is going to be, it breaks down to 50 pictures. So nextly, it's going to be very clear that you're taking pictures of shelves. So let's address this. On Field Agents, which is a secret shopper in parts assignments, they told you hey, if you're approached, just politely leave the store. They said if you're approached and asked to stop taking pictures, just politely leave. Now, this is DoorDash. DoorDash commands a much more massive footprint than Field Agent. So DoorDash, you would imagine, has already somehow contacted the merchant either through their Merchant Central, their backend system with DoorDash, those iPads and stuff. So they either did that, or they gave them a call, a DoorDash rep called them, hey, we're assigning this new shelf feature for our Dashers. You may see Dashers taking pictures of your shelves. This info is only being used for internal purposes, blah, blah, blah. It's not being sold, whatever. We're not a competitor, right? I am thinking that's probably what they're going to do. They should probably do both. They should give a notification in the Merchant Center little iPad thing that this is going to happen and what to expect. They're probably going to send out emails as well. and they're probably going to call the locations as well. At least that's what I would hope they would do. Is more communication, the better, because the stores and management are busy enough. But if you give them a ton of heads up, hey, this is what's going to happen, and then next, how often is this going to happen? So let's lean into this, because our next point here, let me give you one more example. A new example, by the way, another screenshot. It will say, get paid to take photos of shelves in a store. Take photos of all shelves in the aisles you've been assigned. Exactly. It's going to say, take pictures of every single section in the aisles, that you've been assigned. Your photos will be checked for clarity to make sure shelf tags are readable. Shelf tags are readable. Like, am I going to really have to get in there? Like, literally, if you want to see that barcode, it's pretty tiny. I was assuming I can just take a whole picture of the, shelf section there, but okay. And then again, declining the software will not affect your acceptance rates. So let's see another feedback though. So another Dasher commenting again on Reddit here said, you could probably manage to take 8 to 10 photos in a minute if you're really moving with it realistically. Snap done, snap done, snap done. I would take pictures of the shelves, not the full shelf units. I mean, it's whatever DoorDash instructs you to do, okay? If DoorDash instructs you to take a close-up picture capturing 4 items in one picture versus the entire shelf, just do what they instruct you to do. For nearly $20, sounds like a steal. So we're seeing some pretty positive feedback here right now. Here's some more feedback. Order to take shelf photos. Has anyone seen these offers before? It's around the block from me and it's $18. So I'd figured I'd bang it out, right? If it's super quick, it can make sense there. So what do you think about this? I want to give you my initial verdict, and then I want to take your responses. So if you're watching live, hang with me. I want to get your feedback here. And if you're watching on the replay, just comment these questions down below. Here's my initial verdict. Number 1, the pay and effort. How much is it going to pay? It sounds like it's pretty good. Now, the holiday store hour pay that I showed you, it was $1 for the menu photos. That was typically $1, but I was already standing in that restaurant anyway. Give me a menu, I'd take a picture of it. It's pretty simple. I think this might be pretty simple as well, especially if we're talking like $10+ pay. There was $18 pay. A Dasher said they had one for like $35. Why do you need to pay $35? Like, that conveys to me there's some urgency there. Is it an item availability thing? Okay. This store, whatever, has had items that are out of stock, typically on the DoorDash website for customers. So this is like an audit thing, right? Availability. So effort, number 2. Well, it pays a lot, but what about the effort? So I told you, managing customers in that store, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be up to you to be, okay, do I want to be more aggressive, or do I want to be more passive and just wait until people leave? And then you're thinking about your grocery store. It's like, dude, sometimes I can't do that because there's a ton of people shopping there. Okay, so that's the effort front. It's going to probably be, we saw 50+, I think it was, photos. So I'm imagining like minimum 15 photos, more realistically like 20 to 50 photos. So there's that, aisle picture. And then lastly, I'm thinking security thing. It's not really a security thing, but maybe the comfort level. The comfort level of, do I feel cool doing this? Like, do I feel comfortable versus do I feel like staff are going to approach me to tell me to stop? So if they do, however, I would hope that DoorDash has instructions for the Dasher to say, okay, here's what to do if you're approached. And I have not seen anything on their support page yet. If there is something that's updated, I'll make sure I post it in the description of this video. So there's that front, but I will say, like the field agent part, that I do feel a little more comfortable than field agent, because DoorDash, again, does have a very large foothold, that they command a much stronger presence. And I feel like the other point I just made, if they communicate with the stores at whatever it is, email, call, and Merchant Central, that this is going to happen, it's going to be a Dasher, whatever, then should you do it? I think so. I think it's pretty easy. I mean, I'm trying to think of reasons. I try to give you a neutral stance here. I'm trying to think of why you wouldn't. I mean, if they offer high pay for low mileage, the time makes sense. Yeah, I think the biggest inconvenience is like managing the customers and just like trying to take pictures when there's people there. I think that's going to be your biggest problem, but it's going to take a little longer, right? So if I don't want to be in the store for whatever, I don't like the crowdedness, the holidays are coming up, then yeah, this might not be for you. But they say you can decline it as much as you want. It's not going to affect your acceptance rate if you are going to go for Dasher rewards, let's say. And then finally, I don't think you're going to get a lot of these. I don't think you're going to get a lot of these because that's what we saw so far, I'll say. So far, we have not seen a lot of volume on Dasher tasks. That means like we're not getting a ton of verify store hours. I have not gotten a ton of $1 menu photos. Maybe you have, you can let me know. I feel like DoorDash might do this in waves, testing out tasks or upping their auditing for these restaurants or merchants or whatever it is. And then they get done what they need to get done, testing like 15 stores or merchants in your market. Boom, we tested them. We got our shelf photos and we're done. So I don't see that this is going to be something that's going to be a huge thing. It's going to be a lot of your order volume now. But predictions for 2025, I 100% think we're going to see even more tasks, different task types in 2025, and different offer types as well. So I don't know what it's going to be, but we've seen restaurant, the Dash Mart, convenience, alcohol, retail, shop and deliver. I think we're going to see something else. We're going to see a few more tasks. I don't think we're going to see a complete new earnings mode. We had earn by time, we have earn per offer. I don't think we're going to see another earnings mode. I would be surprised if we see a completely different earnings mode, but offer, I should say, offer types. Yes, I think we're going to see something with offer types. I also think we're going to see something new with incentives and bonus pay and promotions, because DoorDash is always looking at different earnings types, structures, bonus types, and watching peak pay, as always, is something that I'm closely following for you. But let me know what you think about this. This shelf photos, taking photos in a grocery store, in a merchant, whatever it's going to be. Let me know. Drop a like this video, and I want to answer your questions down below.